If you've been in a car accident or any kind of serious accident, call the Injury Helpline. An attorney may be able to get you money. Money for your injuries and money for your pain and suffering. The law limits the time you have to file your claim, so call the Injury Helpline now and speak to a lawyer near you for free. Call 1-800-526-0005. That's 1-800-526-0005. Get the money you deserve. Call now.
Kathy from Glendale, Kentucky. Yes, I would tell the manager, and I would pay for it. Also, I would make my child pay for it if they had done it, which they have done in the past.
Judge Alex is back with a case of Yolanda Shepard, who's suing her upstairs neighbor Lauren Brown for $1,450 for the cost of having the locks on her Infiniti changed after his children allegedly stole her car keys.
The police arrived and began questioning us about the keys. By the time the police arrived, my friends had left for home. The next day, I told my father that my friends had found the lady's keys outside the house and they had given them to me last night. He was a little upset because I was just telling him. Different story, right? You're telling me now something completely different. I didn't tell the police because I was scared they were going to lock us up. All true? We give you a bit of advice, Jerome. Okay? When you come to court in the future, make sure you tell the truth and only the truth. I don't care what you say to your friends, even care what you say to your parents. But when you come to court, you have to tell the truth or you can be charged. I don't want to see that happen to you, okay? Mr. Brown, tell me, how do you feel about what your son is telling me?
I'm surprised.
How surprised could you be when in his statement he specifically told you he had the key the night before?
Well, I mean, in general, just with all of that, you know, taking into consideration.
Jerome, thank you very much. Why don't you just go on outside and your father will be joining you shortly, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Jerome. Okay, Mr. Brown, you're not surprised. Your son flat out told me that you knew he had the key the day before, correct?
Yes, that is.
But you stood here a minute ago and said to me, I still don't believe that my son had the key. I understand him standing here and lying to me because he's 14. You're above that by a bit. And yet you stood here and you told me a lie, and you stood here and you accused her of lying. I don't ever want to see you step into my courtroom and come up with a lie like that again. We understand each other?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Okay, so now we're talking about $1,400 worth of damage to her car. In New Jersey, parents are not liable for the acts of their kids, except under limited circumstances. They have to have the ability to control the child, and they have to know or should know of the necessity and opportunity for exercising that control. Very difficult to impose liability on a parent for what the child did. Okay? However, I'm convinced that he has failed to exercise the reasonable care that he should to control his children when he knew or should have known that they were out of control. So as a result, bridging that gap, and I'm imposing parental liability for the acts of your child in keeping the key. You owe Ms. Shepa, in addition to an apology, $1,450. That's the cost of rekeying her car, that's the cost of the rental car, and you're paying every penny of it. Judgment for the plaintiff. All right.
Judge Alex has ruled in favor of the plaintiff, and the defendant is ordered to pay her $1,450.
I thought the judge was completely fair, and he can clearly see all the pain and suffering that I went through with these ridiculous people.
I still stand by the fact that I didn't know that my son had the key.
He's irresponsible. He doesn't manage his kids. He's horrible, and he clearly saw the outcome of that.
I am certain that the plaintiff is very much responsible for the fact that my lease is not being renewed.